please won't you come to set me from my misery? Too long me there in a slavery and I gone astray.
Samurai, man of fierce. Flex pan the devil with his spiritual muscle. Warfare with the demon, them we a tussle. Jadep on one side, Satan I get defeat. They got great feel with enemies, grab a shovel. Get them all the shirt off of your back, them still I love you. Bite the hand we feed them, turn round and them a cost you. Never get a chance to do it again, me learn me lesson. Just because me smell up with a boy, no mean me trust you. Dream and I pray for better days. Can't come around way if you're stuck in all your ways. Parasite, them can't elevate. Them not really with it, them just going to our fears. Man a be shot to the feet, put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we steal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I saw the damn thing set. Man, I go to the east, me no have no regret. That walk your perilous, you better watch how you step. If you loyal, eternal life you a get.
Dream me a dream for a better days. Pray me a pray for Jaja be pass my way. Oh please won't you come to set me from my misery? Too long me there in a slavery and I gone astray. So me say Jaja, me beg you for your mercy. Jaja, won't you please come rescue me? Jaja, you are the king of kings. Me say Jaja, back down Sodom and Babylon. Jaja, save your people Israel. Jaja, stop the pain and suffering. Jaja, me tired of this slavery. Jaja, won't you hear my cry today? Dream me a dream for better days. Pray me a pray for Jaja be pass my way. Oh please won't you come to save me from my misery? Too long me there in a slavery and I gone astray.
When you know about hard life, blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice. No money and you can't pay your bills. Living in a poverty no nice. Living in a poverty no nice. In a nice, be within a sardine and rice. White rice, house full of roach and mice. Minimum wage can't suffice.
Dream me a dream for better days. Pray me a pray for Jaja be pass my way. Oh please won't you come to save me from my misery? Too long me there in a slavery and I gone astray.
You are now live.
So what?
Applying pressure to the pedal breaking. Lord know we dedicated. Revealing truth to our people, we been miseducated. Great awakening taking place and they can't decimate it. Truth serum, they can't be replicated. Get medicated, this that Psalms 107, ain't it? We got this truth and can't keep calm. On the corner dropping bombs, can't be detonated. Jump from coast to coast like LeBron, but we never traded. Got the breath of life in my lungs, I'm resuscitated. Precepts, the only P we pushing in this heat, hitting harder than the Desert Eagle bullet hit the earth with the line. Let it sink and we gon' hook 'em. We had idols in our mind, heard this word and we forsook 'em. All in Memphis, no more rent. We raising up to 12. They say the truth hurts, so we labor in travail. From NYC to Houston, from LA to Riverdale, talking truth, taking the kingdom in the gates of wicked hell.
Just touchdown, I ain't got my foot on the brake. Truth got my mind, I'm feeling renewed every day. Giving sight to the blind, it's something we do every day. And I don't care if what I'm saying make you feel away. Yeah, let's talk truth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk truth. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk truth. Yeah, hear what I'm saying. Let's go inside the book. Let me don't make it plain. Let's do my first side. We can't settle for less side. Cause we got everything that we need and we seeing don't even professor. And not even seeing the dreamers, I know that they lie, they here to come test us. He proving to see if we got what it take to see if you mess up. But they still got the leasing. For too long we been sleeping. You just fall out the deep end. Say they come and been creeping. Rather listen to pastors who take all the money and split with the deacons. I've been moving with prophets with boots on the ground, we been breaking the cement. And they just been lying every time they talking to us. I don't give a damn what they say. And they know we don't bend, don't break. If they get in the way, then you know that we walking through them. Probably better get up out my way. Only something that I can take. Truth out of that urban, we let me go make it plain.
Welcome back to another week of Let's Talk Truth. Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel, to my right.
Officer Baruch.
To his right.
Soldier Lock.
To my left.
Officer Jonah.
To his left.
Officer Hezekiah.
All praises to the Most High God. We back.
That's right.
We back and we black. The hell
right.
is this?
That's right.
This is the so-called Black History Month, y'all. The month of February, the shortest month of the year.
Man.
28 days.
That's the one they give us, Cal.
It's the so-called Black History Month.
Come on now, dog.
So, we'll capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? And use this as a season to do a series called Recalling Revolutionaries. All right? A lot of the people, and not to take away from, right, but the people that they teach us about in school, it's a reason why they teach us about these particular people that they do, right? Like Martin Luther King, what's some more that they emphasize?
Integrated into a burning house.
Rosa Parks, what's some more? Men. George Washington Carver, the peanut butter, stuff like that. And then also, they leave out certain stuff about these people when they do educate us about these people, right? The more revolutionary aspects of the works that they did.
Right.
You understand? So a lot of our people, it's a lot of people throughout our history, both in America, Africa, hell, the diaspora, that a lot of our people may have heard the name somewhat, but really don't know too much about. And that's because the people that control the media, the people that want to keep you oppressed and under them, do not want you to be inspired by your former revolutionaries. So that's what we're going to do with this series. For the remainder of this month, we're going to recall revolutionaries of our people. All right. Now, of course, we know the greatest revolutionaries is the forefathers, the ancestors in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? Right. But we gonna show the people that you can, I guess, it's more tangible. You understand? For you to, grasp. We gonna show you them and how they identify with the forefathers in the Bible, because that is their forefathers.
Right.
You understand? All right. So that's what we're gonna do with this series, and today we're gonna pop it off with Marcus Garvey. This is the brother that, again, you might have heard his name, but they never taught about him in school.
Ain't no
Hell
way.
no.
Unless you had an African American history class down the line, like your senior year or something like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as in the textbooks, he's not in them.
Not at all.
And the works that this brother did, the accomplishments that he got, will blow your damn mind.
Right.
You understand? But he's not really talked about. He's not discussed. And a lot of black people don't know anything about him. You understand? All right? A Benjamite, a brother from Jamaica. So I'll praise to the Most High. We're going to deal with him today. But let's open up with Proverbs chapter 8, verse 6. Make sure y'all hit the like button too. All right? This is one of them. This series right here, we need y'all special efforts to spread the awareness. You understand? Share it, get it out there and stuff like that, because the information that we're going to cover, of course, it's our duty. We going to bring the scriptures out. We going to tie it all with the Bible. But a lot of the information that we bringing out is like, really, these is really like little documentaries. Right. You understand? Like these shows that we finna do on these, on a few of our ancestors of the more recent ages, like when people search these people up, this series should come up. You understand?
That's
these
right.
Let's Talk Truth episodes should come up. So y'all got to do y'all part. Hit that like button, share, comment, etc. All right, so read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 6.
Come on.
Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth.
For what?
For my mouth shall speak truth.
Let's talk truth. Read.
Wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
All right, all praise to the Most High God. So get that first little clip real quick just to introduce the brother to the masses that may not have known about him. All right? Play that.
Marcus Garvey, born in 1887 in Jamaica, was a beacon of hope and empowerment for black people worldwide. Marcus Garvey was a visionary leader. He believed in black pride and empowerment, advocating for the unity of the African diaspora. In 1914, he founded the UNIA, a movement promoting self-reliance and economic independence. Garvey's powerful words inspired millions. He said, "Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will." His influence led to massive Unaye Parades and the Back to Africa movement. Marcus Garvey's legacy lives on, reminding us to be proud of our heritage and strive for a better future.
Hey, that's heavy. Right. That's heavy. We don't look at ourselves like a mighty race. We told that we the minority.
Right.
You understand? We mistreated. We just got some type of liberation with Martin Luther King.
Come
you understand?
on,
we had
man.
to fight. We had to fight to be accepted.
Integrated into
right?
a burning house.
But we can do whatever the hell we want to do. We a mighty race.
That's right.
You understand? Again, a testament to why people like this that rose up are suppressed in American history. You understand?
You can't make this
now
stuff
get this right here. I just want number 6 for right now. This Black History Studies. All right, just to show you, get a hint of this brother's legacy. All right, read that real quick.
The first UNIA division was formed in New York in May 1917. Within a month, the organization had 2 million members all over the United States.
Stop. Come on now. That's unheard of.
Right.
A young brother. The brother was in his 20s in 1917.
What?
And the brother started an organization that had 2 million members within a month. Why is he not in the textbooks?
Telling you.
Why we don't know this?
Right.
You understand?
You can't make this stuff up.
Keep reading.
By 1920, the UNIA had 1,100 chapters in 40 countries around the world, such as UK, Cuba, Panama, Costa Rica, Ghana.
So you telling me this brother had a global congregation?
Wow.
You understand?
Damn.
He had chapters, meaning branches, schools, basically all over the damn world. Intercontinental, right. No cell phones, no social media.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
By 1926, the membership of the UNIA had grown to over 11 million members. Marcus Garvey built the largest black organization in history.
And we're not taught about him. We don't.
You don't find that suspicious.
Exactly.
You don't find that suspicious.
Exactly, Dr. Umar. That's very, very suspicious.
Right.
To know that it was a black man that got it out the mud in the early 1900s. Remember, this is pre-Martin Luther King and all of that. We getting kicked out of the restaurant. We can't shop at certain stores, going certain places.
Come on now,
you understand?
Damn.
So you telling me during that turbulent time for our people, a brother was able to rise up without social media, without, of course, being televised. You understand? Was able to accomplish this within such a short span of time? What type of spirit, what type of message, what type of mentality, what was this brother's thought process and methods of accomplishing this? We got to find out. We got to seek that out.
Right.
And then if we do now with all of these, what they call this, the age of information,
right?
With this increased amount of resources and the wokeness and awareness and etc. You understand? Just imagine what that could possibly do, just on a carnal level, for Negroes in America.
Hey, Cap,
that's what a white man. They
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's what they're imagining already. That's their nightmare. That's their when they're in the bed and they're thinking about that. They're like, no, we got to keep this away from these Negroes. Right. Because they read about this, if they see this, they're gonna see how great they actually are.
Come on now, dog.
So real quick, it is Ezekiel 37. All right. So the reason why is because some Israelites be bugged out. Whoever, the forefathers or ancestors that didn't know who they was, that didn't profess to be Israelites, you should. And he actually had a brother. I meant to get some content on this, but he had a brother in his movement that was an Israelite. His name was, I think it was Dr. Yosef or something like that. But he wrote one of the books that we read often. I think it's I gotta look it up. I'm slipping. I'm slacking. All right, but he was alongside Marcus Garvey. But anyway, the Bible tells us that there will be a period of time in which our people will rise up and cause unity to transpire before the greater awakening of us learning who we are as the Israelites and turning back to God's commandments. So Marcus Garvey had his place in Bible prophecy. We're going to show you that. Ezekiel 37, read verse 5.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord God.
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Right. So the dry bones is referring to the scattered Israelites that lost their identity through chattel slavery, colonization, oppression, so on and so forth. We were dry bones, spiritually dead and scattered. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
So it's a process in which these bones would resurrect as the great army of God. It would be over a dispensation of time, broken up into what you could say segments of the process. So watch this. Go ahead.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
So that's telling you the process that's going to take place. The sinews, the the flesh, the skin, the breath, so on and so forth. But it's not going to happen all at once. So what was the first thing? Read.
So I prophesied as I was commanded.
Go ahead.
And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together.
And the what?
And the bones came together, bone to his bone.
So the first process of the Israelites waking up was the bones coming together. So this was before the flesh, meaning them learning their true identity as Israelites, and a breath, meaning the understanding of God's commandments, the wisdom. This is before all of that. So God is telling you it's going to be a time before we remember per se who we are and start keeping the commandments. There will be a movement of unity. You understand? It was multiple. But Marcus Garvey led the biggest one. He had over 11 million members globally. Damn. All right. And all praise to the Most High. Let's move on to Isaiah 11 and 11 minute. All right, all praise to the Most High God. So in Isaiah 11 and 11 minute, we deal with things going on with the so-called African diaspora. All right, we touch on things happening right there in the continent and also beyond South America, Europe, Asia, the islands, so on and so forth. All right, but today we are in Africa. Play that for us. East Africa to be exact.
This is a message to the government.
This film is about a relentless and uncompromising fight for freedom and human dignity in Uganda. We knew it was an opportunity to showcase to the world the realities in Uganda, uncensored and edited. And we think we've achieved even much more than we anticipated.
This film has been a platform for us to speak out and to reach very many people.
It gives people struggling under dictatorship all over the world hope. His message is to anyone who's struggling under dictatorship, and it's a message to sponsors of these regimes that what you're doing is just fundamentally not right.
I hope that whoever sees this film
will be encouraged that they need to do something for the greater good of humanity, for the greater good of everybody around the world.
All right, so basically it's a documentary that's shedding light on a lot of the hidden secret evils that go on in Uganda and then pushing for, freedom from it. Right? Now, we know that our true freedom as a nation of people is not going to go through politics and all of that nonsense. But what this documentary will showcase is that the people of God are in Uganda. Why? Because they're going through the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Pull up that article real quick. So this is some of the things you're going to see exposed in the documentary.
Significant human rights issues included credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killings.
So these are the human rights issues taking place in Uganda on our people, the diaspora. Go ahead.
Including extrajudicial killings, forced disappearance.
That's going into kidnapping, your sons and daughters given to another people. Go ahead.
Torture and cases of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment by government agencies, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, arbitrary arrest or detention, political prisoners or detainees, serious problems with the independence of the judiciary, arbitrary or unlawful interference with privacy, punishment of family members for alleged offenses by a relative, serious abuses in a conflict, including unlawful civilian harm, serious restrictions on freedom of expression and media, including violence, threats of violence, and unjustified arrest or prosecution of journalists, and censorship.
So this is so far. This sound like prison.
Right.
It sound like prison, bruh. That's the state of our people, and that's what our people been going through.
You can't make this stuff
Keep
up.
going.
Serious restrictions on internet freedom, substantial interference with the freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association, including overly restrictive laws on the organization, funding, or operation of non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations. Serious flaws with citizens' ability to determine their government through free and fair elections. Serious and unreasonable restrictions on political participation. Serious government corruption. Serious government restrictions on or harassment of domestic and international human rights organizations. Lack of investigation of and accountability for gender-based violence, including domestic and imminent partner violence, sexual violence, and child, early and forced marriage. Crimes involving violence or threats of violence targeting lesbian, gay, and existence of laws criminalizing consensual same-sex sexual conduct between adults, albeit not fully enforced.
All right, so basically, hell. Get that in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13. So this is prophetic of what's to happen to the Israelites, whether they are in America, whether they are in the Middle East, whether they are in South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, wherever the Israelites will be in the latter days, they will be suffering the plagues written in this Bible. They will be in captivity. All right, read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 13.
Yeah.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Are going into what?
Into captivity.
Captivity, right, is synonymous with prison. You understand? And in prison, your rights, you don't have human rights. You're treated like an animal. You caged in. You understand? Right. It's inhumane living conditions. And this is what a society of people are living on a daily basis.
This is war!
You understand? Our people are going into captivity. What people? The Israelites. Go ahead.
Because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished. And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Did y'all see the clips? Did you see the people?
Right.
The multitude of the people impoverished. No leadership. No structure. That's what this scripture is talking about. And that God is going to give you a term for it to just sum it all up. Watch this.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
So when the people are in captivity, when the honorable men are famished and the multitude is impoverished, what is that called?
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
So where did God say the Israelites would be in these last days? We would be living in hell.
Oh my God.
What you see going on with the people in Uganda, which is not televised, you don't hear much about.
Right.
All that stuff that we read, that encompasses the term hell. You understand? So in that, hey, all praise to the Most High. You got people, trying to make a difference, but the ultimate liberation from those conditions will only be through repentance. Coming back to who you are as the Israelites and turning back to your God by following his laws, statutes, and commandments and faith in his son, Jesus the Christ. You understand? Y'all brothers got something?
But you know what, Kel? A lot of times when people do documentaries and stuff like this good information, this the stuff that's gonna get swept under the rug though. Right. They're gonna make sure.
Oh no, because you saw they had the Edomite co-director and it's nominated for an Academy Award and all of that. So it's something. Y'all remember Black Panther, right? The first one.
Right.
So with the Wakanda and all of that.
Right.
And you wonder why, like, okay, it's like some pro-black, black independent stuff, and it's pushed, it's all over the place. But in the end, you saw that it had like a political assimilation, white people agenda at the end of the day. So I'm pretty sure by the end of the documentary, spiritual people gonna see something that upsets them, like they didn't feel for a false sense of liberty. You understand? But what we saying is what you're going to be able to see and point out is the identification markers of the curses in Deuteronomy 28. They try to hide this stuff from the knowledge of the masses.
Right. Don't fall for it.
They don't want you to know that this is what our people going through.
Exactly.
Because the Holocaust, that little 5-10 year period, whatever the hell that was, will become very minuscule when you start to realize what's happening with the real Jews all over the earth. For real though.
Hey, can I get one scripture?
Go ahead.
Hey, go to Psalms 116 and verse 3. Because we talking about this, and Lamentations talk about those nations. We want to go to those nations that can't save us. So that, like you said, this documentary, it'll come out, and a lot of us, if it's not for us, nobody's going to know about it because they went to another nation, first of all. But this nation is not going to help them, really. Their whole agenda is to do what we skipped earlier. It's about the same-sex, bisexual, trans. That's their agenda right there the whole time. It's not about what God wants us to do. So watch this. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 116 and verse 3. Come on. The sorrows of death compass me.
Right. So this is talking about the conditions that we are in. Go ahead.
And the pains of hell got hold upon me.
We are in the captivities. We are scattered around the world in these different these hell holes where we think we call normal life. God said, death compassed me. This is what the Bible is saying. Read on.
I found trouble and sorrow.
He found trouble and sorrow. King David was talking about this, right? So we got to see this in our situations. We see troubles and sorrows, but what are we supposed to do? Read on.
Then called I upon the name.
We supposed to call on the name what?
Of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul.
And that's what we should be calling on the Lord to do, to deliver us out of the conditions we are in.
That's
Not
right.
going to the white man thinking he's going to help get it out and push it. No, call on the Lord. That's how we're going to be saved out of the conditions.
All right, all praise to the Most High God. So that'll conclude the Isaiah 11:11 minute. You brothers and sisters in the East African diaspora, Uganda, you suffering the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Your true heritage is that of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Make sure y'all hit that like button. When we come back, we dealing with a revolutionary, a brother that is not talked about, an unsung hero amongst our people, Marcus Garvey. All right, so come get this education.
That's right.
All right. We'll be right back with more on
Let's Talk Truth.
nations prepare for war, gather round for the dedication.
Remember the law, kingdom is ours. Dragon is raw, we coming for all. Nations gon' fall, you ready for war, strong in the law. And if I fall, then pick up my sword, you killing them all. Blood on the floor, you ready for war? Rah, rah, 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 you ready for war?
Get to the day we prepared. The time has come when you scared. Pass me the sword of the land. I do me in blood everywhere. Father, teach me your ways. Before the Lord takes you away. Don't make me bull like a lion. This is a war. Somebody dying. Never give up. Never give in. This is a fight. We're destined to win. Strike the enemy. Aim for the head. Pay their eyes. Another again. Hit him again and again. Again and again. I can't show no mercy. The people we gotta defend. Give them 100%. Gotta be worth. I know that you're listening. You must remain humble and disciplined. You must keep the hunger and vigilance. And execute punishment vengeance.
I'ma supply when I'm older. Know that the time's getting colder. Pushing this weight on my shoulders. Get light with the sword of the host.
Remember, my avenger. You're a fighter, a defender. For your father, a contender. For the body and his numbers.
Listen to teach, I meditate. Until we walk through heaven gates. I'm ready to fight, won't hesitate. For the Lord, my life, I'ma dedicate.
Dedicate, then you will elevate. Remember your father in heaven, no surrogate. Sharpen your sword on the storm for in heaven. Remove all that leaven, get ready, don't hesitate. We in the battle, skedaddle or detonate. Remember your stock, get it poppin', then decimate. We are the sons of the promise, no featherweight. Built for this battle, revive what they desecrate.
I'm ready for war, ready to bloody my sword. Ready to kick in the door, ready forever. The devil been bringing, I seen that you did it, I'm ready to soar. I'm packing my Bible, got everything with me. I want her to give me, I heard you before. I gotta put in this work for my people. Then I equals, I'm ready to roar.
You ready to roar? Ain't for his head. Nah, it ain't dead if his blood isn't shed. Bet he gon' pay for the day when he begged him to raise and he race off our faces instead. Woo! Fire from heaven, no threats. Edom gon' need him a rest. Sword through his crest. Call her relieving my stress. We end in his name nonetheless.
I am a son of a leader. I'm trying to part me a Peter. I heard what you said, but these demons ain't ready. I don't need a mic, I need readers. Ready to battle whatever, whoever can get it. Let's think of what Bishop he needs. To pull up and beat us the block, cause you know that there's how many healers can never defeat us. We are the leaders.
Wait, hey, boy, you gon' have your day. Swinging and slinging that sword. Better remember that it cut both ways. Better fix your face, cause trace ain't cake. Yeah, be humble, don't step out your place. Your patience possessing your soul. Remember, don't fold, cause the king on the way.
The king on the way, and I can't wait. All of these heathens gon' vacate. We coming with vengeance, so Lord put up in we giving new meanings to May. They pull up and shut up whoever is tripping. Submit my victim with scriptures. They give them the business, no kidding, I'm ready. Ready ain't nothing, I'm petty. I'm slicing up better than Nettie.
Remember the law, kingdom is ours. Dragon is raw, we coming for all. Nations gon' fall. You ready for war? Strong in the law. And if I fall, then pick up my sword. You killing them all. Blood on the floor. You ready for war? Rah, rah. 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 You ready for war?
Gather round for the dedication. Prayers to the Lord. Trumpet sound in the dedication. Heathen defiled with their lies and abominations. Prepare for war. Gather round for the dedication. Prepare for war. Gather round for the dedication. Prayers to the Lord. Trumpet sound in the dedication. Heathen defiled with their lies and abominations. Prepare for war. Gather round for the dedication.
Let's talk truth. All praise to the Most High God. So remember, we are starting this series for the month of February, recalling Revolutionaries. Today we dealing with Marcus Garvey. I'm gonna learn about this brother today, but before we do, we got to deal with one of our favorite segments. All right, shout out to the Honorable Bishop Nathaniel. One of his famous quotes what the hell is this? There's some things you see throughout the week, you be like, what the hell? Today, we got the black man. All right, the black man in America, the non-revolutionary.
Damn.
All right?
Once again.
Come on now, dog.
Put this on the screen, man. Goodness gracious.
Ridiculous.
I'm praying for the book her flight, just a punch on the belly.
The book her flight is the punch in the belly. What
Get
does
her
that
out of
mean?
here. Fly her. We gonna whack the baby. I can't have it by you. That's the roll. You know I'm deleting.
So I know it's not you know, it's kind of like the Gen Z Bible. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be, it's not regular to be able to comprehend, is what I'm saying. So what's happening here is this is a rapper from Arkansas. This is from Arkansas. Yes.
Damn.
West Memphis.
West Memphis.
Oh, okay.
Not really Arkansas.
Not really
Memphis. He's from Memphis.
He's about 10 minutes from Memphis and 2 hours from Little Rock. You understand?
Okay.
But, you know, nevertheless, it's from the state of Arkansas. And he said a controversial lyric. He said he gonna fly the hoe out. The hoe told him she was pregnant. He said he gonna fly the hoe out just to punch in the baby. So he was
my God.
punching the belly. So he was asked about the lyric in an interview, and he expounded on it. Even though you don't really gotta expound on that lyric
at all.
You understand? But he expounded on it, and he said, we gonna whack the baby. But that's how we gonna manually abort that junk. She don't want to go to the clinic. Because, you know, a lot of times we talk about how the so-called black woman, you know, her involvement in abortion. But it's a lot of wicked-ass niggas that be funding it, that be applying the pressure for her to get it.
Right.
You understand? And will go and will try to sneak through it. Sprinkle some damn Plan B in her water.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Niggas do stuff like that. Wicked-ass Negroes be killing our babies, too. The hell is this? Exodus chapter 21. So I'm going to show y'all when you whack a baby in the stomach, God said that's taking a life. All right, Exodus chapter 21. Start at I think it's verse 22 or something. Let me see. If two men strive. All right, read what you
The book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 22.
Watch this.
If men strive and hurt a woman with child.
And what?
And hurt a woman with child.
So a woman is pregnant, right? Go ahead.
So that her fruit depart from her.
So that what?
So that her fruit depart from her.
So with the men fighting, somehow the woman, the tussle spills over to the woman. The pregnant woman hurts the woman to where she has a miscarriage. Go ahead.
And yet no mischief follow.
Come on.
He shall be surely punished according as the woman's husband will lay upon him. And he shall pay as the judges determine.
Watch this.
And if any mischief follow.
So if the baby dies, if the baby is lost, go ahead.
Then thou shalt give life for life.
Stop. So what is the Bible telling you? The Bible is telling you that baby, even though it hasn't entered the matrix, you understand, and said wham wham, had its umbilical cord cut. If that baby is lost in the process of being physically struck by a man, you understand, while it's in the stomach, God said it shall be life for life. You took a life. That's murder.
Right.
That's what God is telling you. You understand?
That's right.
And you're going to have to pay for that. That is not cool. That is murder according to the Bible.
What you gonna say? Can I get Jeremiah real quick?
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22.
Stuff,
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. Sad enough is this dude, I have an affiliate that is associated with this guy. I do. Sad enough to say. But this is the foolishness. Jew, man. You already know. You already know. And this, but the thing is, this is somebody that Arkansas, they trying to push heavily to put Arkansas on the map. But it's the same spirit. Read Jeremiah 4 and 22 real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22.
This is what it is. Come on.
For my people is foolish.
God says his people are foolish. What is his rap name? YTB Fat.
Come on, man.
These are the things that the nations, they shake their head and they mock us because of these things. Come on.
They have not known me.
Uh-huh.
They are Sodist children.
Come on.
and they have none understanding.
All right, this last part though. Come on.
They are wise to do evil.
God said these people are what?
They are wise to do evil.
They say, you know what? We don't need a plan B. I don't need her to go to the hospital. I'm gonna fly her out, and I'm gonna kill the baby myself.
Damn.
How, Sway?
I'm gonna whack the baby.
Whack the baby.
I'm gonna whack it in the belly. That's what he said.
He said it like hard,
Like in the mouth.
It was so smooth.
We gonna whack the baby.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Tight.
And the song, he throw it in there so smooth and quick, you would have thought nobody was gonna catch that thing.
Right.
God says these people wise to do evil. That's abortion by the hand of that man. That's
Fly you
evil.
out
Right.
just to punch her in the
Man,
belly.
that's
That's some
crazy.
sucker
That was-
stuff.
Let me get one.
Look,
Shot.
bruh, hold on. So if you, all right, y'all seen Minister Society?
Yes.
Some, really, most of our women is supposed to be, is not able to even be played with like that.
Right.
That woman that you punch, from, even if she don't got a baby in her stomach, you punching a sister in the belly is supposed to result in some serious consequences coming from brothers and uncles and fathers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that just show you that we done lost that sense of community to where the niggas don't even fear that no more. I don't give a damn who you gonna call or whatever. I will punch you in the stomach to cause your fruit to depart from you. That's crazy.
No protection.
You understand? No
Come on now,
protection
dog.
from the damn Negro. Go ahead. Officer.
Hey, Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6. Guess what God says about a spirit like that? A person that wants to harm somebody for no reason at all. Nothing.
He got a reason. It's just
I mean,
wicked.
a reason, but
It's
not a
evil.
legit. It's evil. It's not legit. Go ahead, read this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 16.
Come on.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Lord hates these things. Come on.
A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
Hands that shed innocent blood. Punch in the stomach. That's crazy. He say he gonna whack it like he in the mob or something. This guy's retarded as hell. Read on.
And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
This is the whole mindset. Hey, wicked imagination. Hey man, I'm about to go. He already said he put a hit. He put a hit on
in the
him.
belly.
He put a hit out on him.
Stupid as hell.
That's crazy. That's wicked.
This
God
nigga
said
from
he ate that
Arkansas.
thing.
This nigga
Let's
from
see.
Arkansas.
Man.
The
West
Come
Memphis.
on now,
What
dog.
the hell is this?
Closer to Memphis.
All right, all praise to the Most High. So enough with the non-revolutionary. Let's get to one of our forefathers, Marcus Garvey. All right, so we're going to start with dealing with his message. All right, but before we do that, let's understand the term revolutionary. What is a revolutionary? All right, pull it up for me. Read that.
Revolutionary. A revolutionary person fearlessly advocates radical change.
So emphasis on the word fearlessly. In order to be a revolutionary, you cannot fear prison. You cannot fear death. You cannot fear slander. You cannot fear defamation. You understand?
That's right.
It's going to be a very sucky life to choose to be a revolutionary. You taking on the world as opposition.
Right.
So you can't have no fear.
That's right.
And I forgot, hell, traitors, backstabbers, snakes. You understand? All that come with it. So you can't be scared. You understand? You must fearlessly advocate radical change, meaning the current state that you in and your people in, you want to see it change radically. And think about it, right? Especially in the context of our people. The people that's above us built a society based on us being below them and laboring for them for free.
Right.
Non-educated, we couldn't read, so on and so forth, right?
Right.
So they were comfortable with that. Like, all right, you niggers, you don't know nothing, you're stupid, you work for us.
This is affliction.
While we rich and we enjoy, the greatest land on the planet, right?
Right.
So when you got a person that say, no, we want to read, we want to be educated, we want to unify, we don't want to be here anymore, we don't want to work for you anymore, we don't like this.
That's right.
That's radical change. Right. So the people who are comfortable with you as their footstool, you trying to move around, now they finna lose their footstool.
Right.
You understand? So just imagine you kick back, you know what I'm saying, you got your feet on the stool and the stool grow legs and to walk off. You're going to be like, what what the hell? You gonna be mad? You just broke my comfortability concentration. The hell is this?
Right.
So you can't be scared of what come behind that. You understand? You can't have no fear. That's a revolutionary.
This is
Go
war.
ahead.
Revolutionary people and ideas challenge the status quo and might be violent or willing to upset the natural order to achieve their goals.
So you got to be willing to upset the world. You understand? The natural order.
To turn the world upside down.
Yeah, you got to be willing to do that thing.
That's
right.
right.
Guess what? Marcus Garvey was a revolutionary.
That's right.
So let's get one of his speeches real quick just to get an idea of his message. Now, the audio is not the best, so it's going to require you to actually concentrate and listen. Listen good.
Name of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League of the World. You may ask, what organization is that? It is for me to inform you that the Universal Negro Improvement Association is an organization that seeks to unite into one solid body the 400 million Negroes of the world, to link up the 15 million Negroes of the United States of America with the 20 million Negroes of the West Indies, the 40 million Negroes of South and Central America with the 280 million Negroes of Africa for the purpose of bettering our industrial, commercial.
So, like I said, the audio is not the best. He said the goal of his organization, he in his 20s when he started this, the goal of his organization is to unite the 400 million Negroes all over the world. You understand? From the, I forgot the exact number, the millions in America, the 20 million in the West Indies, the millions in the South and Central Americas, and what did you say, 180 million in Africa? Something like that, and it totals to 400 million. His goal was to unite all of them into one body.
That's right.
You understand? To gather the Negroes from the four corners of the earth.
Right.
That's what he set out to do.
Gather together, old nation.
That's go back a few seconds, and he gonna explain what he ain't talking about. Gathering them together for a barbecue. You understand? A freaknik. All right.
Hell
no. Try to turn the volume up. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
South and Central America with the 280 million Negroes of Africa for the purpose of bettering our industrial, commercial, educational, social, and political conditions. As you are aware, the world in which we live today is divided into separate race groups and distinct nationalities. Each race and each nationality is endeavoring to work out its own destiny to the exclusion of other races and other nationalities. We hear the cry of England for the Englishman, of France for the Frenchman, of Germany for the German, of Ireland for the Irish, of Palestine for the Jew, of Japan for the Japanese, of China for the Chinese. We of the Universal Negro Improvement Association are raising the cry.
So he's saying the same thing we be saying. Hell, it's a China for the Chinese. It's a Germany for the Germans.
Right.
It's a France for the French. What is it?
Exactly.
What's the problem with us wanting our own?
And
we got a whole continent.
Right.
Africa, that's what y'all call us.
Right.
You understand?
Damn.
So what's the damn problem? All these nations got their own nation except us.
How, Sway?
Come on, man. Let's make it happen.
Right, and let us establish it ourselves. Not you put your hand in and say, "Well, there you go, we'll divvy up." No, we tired of that. Yeah, y'all tried it, y'all failed. Let us do it ourselves under the banner. Let us do it ourselves.
Well, he wasn't.
Well, he was right.
You understand? But like I said, he had his place in the prophecy, just the bone to his bone. You understand? The gathering the people together. It was a spirit. That's not a normal spirit.
Right.
You got to understand that to see brothers do that, especially in their youth, to come from where they come from, literally from the mud, and we're going to get into it as far as his story, but to literally come from the mud and to accomplish that, and you know what I'm saying, to go as far as he did in such a young age, that's not a normal spirit, brothers. You understand? That is not a normal, that's not a regular guy. All right, go back to the video. You was finna say something?
Nah, you said it.
All right, go back to the video. Come on. Let's go.
Of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. There are 400 million Africans in the world who have Negro blood coursing through their veins. And we believe that the time has come to unite these 400 million people for the one common purpose of bettering their condition. The great problem of the Negro for the last 500 years has been that of disunity. No one or no organization ever succeeded in uniting the Negro race. But within the last 4 years, the Universal Negro Improvement Association has worked wonders in bringing together in one fold 4 million organized Negroes who are scattered in all parts of the world, being in the 48 states of the American Union, all the West Indian Islands, and the countries of South and Central America and Africa. These 4 million people are working to convert the rest of the 400 million scattered all over the world. And it is for this purpose that we are asking you to join our ranks and to do the best you can to help us to bring about an emancipated race.
All right. So basically, emancipation, liberation for the so-called Negro race. Now, it gives Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. This scripture basically encompasses his thought process behind starting his movement. All right, read what you got.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
Right. So notice the word nation in that verse is singular. God is commanding a nation, one nation, to gather themselves together. So obviously this nation is scattered. You understand? Scattered abroad. They're not gathered.
Right.
So God is sending a decree, gather yourselves together. Unify. You understand? Stop being segregated and divided by the enemy and come together as one. You understand? Oh, nation, not desire. Why do y'all long to be accepted by a nation that rejects you?
Right.
All right. So now watch this. Get this quote real quick. So this goes with, remember, we dealing with the message of Marcus Garvey. All right. So he not just one of, like you hear ignorant Negroes today, all we got to do is just come together. No.
Hell no.
It's something that got to take place in order for us to effectively come together. All right? And Marcus Garvey understood that. Put that on the screen.
Liberate the minds of men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men.
Y'all hear that? So watch this. Get that in John 8:32. So what he's saying is the mind has to be liberated. He can't do nothing. He can't work with no coon-ass Negro.
Right.
You understand? He can't work with a person whose mind is still chained and shackled by the slave master. The mind has to be liberated first. And once the mind is liberated, the physical liberation will follow. And that's what we understand. That's our mission.
Right.
But we got the breath. We breathing a breath into the people, the breath of life, in which he was missing. All right, but the concept, he had it. Read what you got.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32.
Go ahead.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Ye shall know, going into knowledge. Remember what the brother was saying on Book of Clarence? The power of knowledge. When you know the truth, your mind is liberated.
Right.
When your mind is liberated, nobody can physically enslave you.
Right.
You understand? It's power that comes with knowledge. With the power of knowledge comes the ability to be emancipated and liberated. He understood that.
Exactly.
All right.
Can I get a precept?
Go ahead.
Proverbs 19 and 2, real quick. Going into that knowledge, because like he mentioned, without that knowledge, you're worthless. You're useless. You cannot be a revolutionary without having a certain level of knowledge and understanding. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 2.
Come on.
Also, that the soul be without knowledge.
A soul, a person, a man, especially if he does not have knowledge, come on.
It is not good.
It is what?
It is not good.
It is of no use. And our forefathers understood that in the Bible and the revolutionaries of our time, that we must have a certain level of knowledge, like you brought out, to really be useful.
All right, so watch this. This is a little, interesting story about when he was a child. All right, put that on the screen real quick.
August 3rd, 1897. A boy follows his father, a stonemason, to a graveyard. It's the first time his father has reached out for help, and he's excited to be assisting the man he's idolized his whole life. They proceed to dig a grave, and once finished, his father makes an odd request for the boy to climb down to the bottom of the grave. Thinking it odd, but still wanting to make his father proud, he climbs down into the hole. But then once at the bottom, he watches as his father pulls up the ladder. Not sure exactly what was happening, the boy cries out and begs to be let out of the grave, but to no avail. After a few moments, he goes quiet, listening for a response. But it became clear that his father has gone. Eventually, the boy realizes what he must do, and scrapes and climbs at the earth, until after what felt like an eternity, he reaches the top. A harsh lesson of self-reliance that the stonemason meant to teach his son. And for better or worse, one he would never forget. That boy would go on to become one of the most controversial civil rights leaders in history. A man that would preach a gospel of racial pride and self-reliance to millions, and a man who would urge defiance and separatism in the face of oppression. A man named Marcus Garvey.
So y'all see that? You know what they say about the childhood experiences? It, you know what I'm saying? It molds you into the man that you become.
Right.
So that lesson that his father, your mama ain't finna do nothing like, oh, my baby. A father has to teach you these hard lessons, because what they say, hard times create strong men.
Yep.
Right.
You understand? So he taught him a lesson. Literally, you're going to have to get it out the mud. You understand? And that's what our people, we always looking for a handout. Reparations. Give me this. White man, give me that.
Come on,
what
man.
type of struggle we going to do to get out the damn struggle? Guess what? God tell us the same thing. Go to Micah chapter 4, verse 10. Us bringing forth our kingdom, getting liberation, is going to have to come through a process of struggle. You understand? Read what you got.
The book of Micah, chapter 4 and verse 10.
Come on.
Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion.
So God said, in order to bring forth our nation, you understand, in order to bring these prophecies to fruition, we got to be in pain and labor. We got to struggle. We got to put in work. We got to climb. We got to get dirty. You understand? In order for us to rise up from the abyss of captivity.
Right.
For real. And his father taught him that in a literal damn demonstration. And that formed his mentality to be able to go on and do the works that he did. Yep. All right, so go back now. Go to the go to that video right there. All right, play that.
When Marcus was 14, he had to drop out of school and get a job to help support his family financially. He got a job in Kingston, Jamaica at a printing press with his godfather. This taught Marcus the printing trade and many journalistic techniques that helped him out later on in life. By the time Marcus was 20, he became a master printer and got the stimulation to start organizing public meetings in favor of his fellow workers. This started his life as an orator. He also developed the speaking skills he needed in order to uplift a group of people that felt they had no opportunities in society. Through these public meetings and encouragement from a well-educated Negro, Dr. Joseph Robert Love, a key figure in Pan-Africanism between 1890 and 1914 chanting Africa for the Africans, Marcus realized that he had the chance to improve the life of black workers. This is when he realized he had to devote his life to establishing a program to enlighten all black people of their opportunities in this world. Garvey then went to Costa Rica, where he anticipated making enough money to come back to Jamaica and start his organization. But he continued to travel and went to Limon in Costa Rica, Panama City in Panama, and London in England, where he established a few newspapers and saw the conditions of black people in various places. In 1914, Garvey came home to Jamaica and was ready to start his program and liberate his race. Garvey was determined that the black man would not continue to be kicked about by all the other races and nations of the world. He wanted to restore black people's dignity, which slavery and colonization had tried to degrade. He wanted that blacks stop thinking they were inferior beings and that they acquire knowledge, technical and financial means so as to free themselves from the yoke of white people. With these motives, Garvey entitled his organization the Universal.
All right, so watch this. Give me Sirach chapter 34, verse 9. So what you see from the story of Marcus Garvey, he came up from the struggle in Jamaica. Like a lot of us, we come up from the struggle in our respective community, but our mind doesn't go too far beyond the hellhole that we're birthed in. You understand? So with him being able to travel and go and see the conditions of his people abroad mirror that of which he was raised in, instilled in him a greater purpose. You understand? Like, this mission goes beyond just my people in Jamaica, my little community in Union Bay.
Right.
This is going to require a global effort of revolution. You understand? So read what you got. Watch this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 34 and verse 9.
Come on.
A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom.
Come on.
He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence.
Read.
When I traveled, I saw many things.
That's what we just saw in the video about Marcus Garvey. You understand? He gleaned a lot. That basically is what put the key in the ignition for him. What he saw when he went to Costa Rica, like, damn, we out here too,
right,
going through it? Mm-hmm. Hell no. Our people in the incident was the people, you know, rallying for the wages, and the person that was trying to tell the people, like, y'all don't have to settle for this. And he took that and was like, damn, our people all over the world need to grasp that. Maybe they need that voice. You understand? And let them know, like, listen, you're better than this. Mm-hmm. We can achieve, what was the quote in the beginning? The Negro can do what he will. Oh, mighty race. Right. You can do what you will. Right. You understand? So from him traveling, he saw the need of that within all of our people scattered abroad. Go ahead.
And I understand more than I can express.
So traveling broadens your horizon of understanding, your outlook. And with you doing that, it fuels a greater purpose beyond just your community, beyond your neighborhood, beyond your city, your state. You understand? This mission of gathering the 12 tribes of Israel is a global effort.
That's a fire precept. What you're saying is very, very heavy, because you know they say here in America we live in a bubble, right? So they give us during our Black History Month people like Martin Luther King, and not to say that Martin Luther King is not a revolutionary, because he was revolutionary in his own right. But imagine the blacks in America having this mindset that Marcus Garvey had. Where would we be? We weren't taking the assimilation route. Let us be equal and walk together.
In other words, if we went other places and learned about other revolutionaries, real revolutionaries, our mind wouldn't be boxed in to just think of the Martin Luther King type of aspirations. I have a dream and all that. We'll actually on schools, on, you know, hospitals, on, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So on and so forth. So you on point. You on point. All right, now go give me the next quote real quick. Oh, what was it? The next? Yeah, give me that next quote. So not only did he push for black people to have a sense of confidence in themselves and become independent as a race, he also acknowledged that we have an enemy. You understand? Put that on the screen. Read that.
To see your enemy and know him is a part of the complete education of man.
You see that? So he wasn't no damn coon.
Right.
Like, again, and that's the problem. That was the problem with people like Martin Luther King, and that's why they push him with no problem. You understand? Because it's like a blindness to the enemy. Or you don't have an enemy, it's the devil. It's the mystical elite. No. Right. It's the damn white race.
Exactly.
You got to see your enemy and know him. And if you don't, then you have an incomplete education. Get that real quick. It's Sirach 5 verse 15. Sirach chapter 5 verse 15. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small.
So that would include the knowledge of who your enemy. You can't be ignorant to the entire race having a generational vendetta against your people.
Right. Come on now.
But a lot of our people aren't ignorant to that.
Brothers. Right.
You understand? But he knew, no, we got to acknowledge the enemy. All right, play that video real quick.
Yes, it is a white man's country because he conquered the Indian, exterminated him, and took possession of his property. I say the KKK is the invisible government of the United States. What do you mean?
The clan represents the spiritual feeling and even the physical attitude of every white man in this land.
Do you realize that such statements could get you lynched?
We have 5 million substantial oak trees between Africa and the West Indies. We are ready for lynching party tonight if they wanted to.
Recently, there have been several rapings of black women by whites. Was that discussed?
Yes, it was. He claims that they are as much against that as any self-respecting Negro should be. But I know better. In my opinion, they are structured for the purpose of offending, suppressing, and killing Negroes. I would advise every Negro and those who aspire to leadership to form an organization similar to that of the Ku Klux Klan, so that they may be able to look out for their own interests and not continue to be begging white people to do for them what they ought to be doing for themselves. Thank you very much.
Damn!
He's different.
Right, he said something here though. Niggas don't understand this. He said the KKK is the spiritual feeling, the spiritual attitude, and the physical. Damn, I forgot the terminology.
Oh, white
but
man.
basically,
the white man. Yeah.
they just a manifestation of how all of them really feel inside. You understand? Get that in Psalm 64 verse 6. The Bible tell us the same damn thing. But they got some of you Negroes fooled out here.
Right.
Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 6.
Come on.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Go ahead.
Both the inward thought of every one of them.
Of what?
Both the inward thought of every one of them.
No, just the elites.
Of every one
just
of
the
them.
Illuminati.
Of every
just
one of
the
them.
Freemason cult.
Of every one of them.
Every last one of their ass. Read.
And their heart is deep.
They have deep damn meditations about your extermination. You understand? We wish you damn niggas really didn't exist. We just learned to cope with you and put on a damn costume and you know what I'm saying? And act to tolerate you.
Right.
But the inward thought of every one of them is deep. You understand? All of them operate within the agenda, whether knowingly or unknowingly, they operate within the agenda.
That's right.
The spiritual extermination of every damn black person in America. You understand? They all want you to assimilate, be brainwashed, submit, and be subservient to America. You understand? Point blank, period. That's it. And he know that. He knew that, and that's what he was trying to get the rest of us to understand. Same thing we do with the Bible. He just did it without the Bible.
That's right.
It's another heavy quote by him. Something else he understood. All right? Read that. Play that. Read that. Come on.
I have no desire to take all black people back to Africa.
So don't get it twisted. You understand? I know every black person ain't ready for this. Ain't ready for no revolution. Go ahead.
There are blacks who are no good here and will likewise be no good there.
Meaning it's some no good Negroes that need to stay their ass on the plantation.
Cool.
Get that in Romans 9 verse 6. Paul said the same thing. Everybody that's black ain't black. You understand?
All skin folk ain't kin folk.
All skin folk ain't kin folk. Read that.
The book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Not as though the word of God have taken none effect.
Go ahead.
For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
So in the Bible, you find the most mightiest, spiritually, faith inclined, godly, mighty revolutionaries of history, period. But in the Bible, you also find slimy, grimy snakes, sellouts, coons, Stockholm syndrome having traitors. You understand? Judas Iscariots. For real. And they was of the same race as the heroes.
Come on, man.
Everybody ain't, listen, all Israel ain't princes that got power with God.
Right.
Some of them is some no good, spiritually defiled ass niggas.
Think
For
God is
real,
not going to hold you guilty for that?
So just showing, because I'm telling you, we don't know this stuff. A lot of this brother's message is right in line. It's the same stuff that we saying, just with the breath of life.
That's right.
The word of God, the wisdom from the Lord to back it up. You understand? As the foundation. That's what he was missing. But obviously he was very effective because he had the largest damn black movement ever. 11 million globally speaking. All right? So listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive into the movement that Marcus Garvey was able to establish during his tenure in the earth. All right, so don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more on Let's Talk Truth.
Some of you know, some of you may not know. IUIC is doing big things in Ghana, Kumasi. We're building a school from the ground up.
So when we talked about it, people didn't believe it. Why? Because they still had a Negro mind. You can't do that. Hell, white man building stuff all over the place. We have no problem with that. But when it comes to us, we can't even organize to come together and do something. How the hell are you going to call yourself a leader and we're afraid to move? I can't stand that spirit.
We make sure our little place looks nice. But back then, the Most High's house, the temple, it had to be what? Rebuilt. And they were being sluggards and slothful about rebuilding it. We're building a school, IUIC school from the ground up. This is exponential growth. We're going to build a school in each country on the continent of Africa if it be the Lord's will. Where we at, Isaac?
Micah 4 verse 10.
Come on.
Be in pain and labor to bring forth.
Be in pain. Why does the pain be in pain? Because when you're trying to rise an empire, it's going to hurt. It's going to take blood, sweat, and tears. The liberties that we got when the forefathers doing the civil rights, there are many liberties you got to run your mouth on the street today. A lot of our people was put to death for that. Dogs sick on them, beat upside the head, all that kind of stuff. Anytime you try to make a change, it's going to be pain.
And all praise to the Most High. Welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. All praise to the Most High. We are recalling revolutionaries. Today we dealing with Marcus Garvey in particular. All right, so we finna get into his movement. Before we do, we gotta show our sisters some love, some biblical love.
They say we don't never show them. They say we don't never talk about.
All right, Black Woman Weekly. All right, let's get that. Come on, IT. So who then brought their little cousin to the studio and told them, gave them the number to a cameraman? What the hell? What? Sheesh. Put that on the screen, man.
Redunculous.
Come on, play. Unmute and play. Let's go.
Man, my man, he love me. He always told that Glock when he selling weed. I said, my man, he love me. He always told that Glock. And he say, yo, and I say, what's up? And he be like, baby, you wanna ride with me? And I say, yes. He said he finna pull up. He passed me the blick with the stick in case y'all wanna try this shit, bitch. I said, my...
Stop the cap. Look, I just recognized. Right. She got a lip. What's happening here?
You better shut
What's
your
black
lips.
Cap? Why is she doing this? Why they doing this?
Get Deuteronomy 28:37. So it's really sad. This is why we need a revolution.
Are you serious?
Wait, wasn't that an innocent song at first?
A drastic change. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
got the answer, Sway.
Paradigm.
Right.
All right, read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So that's a curse on our people, right? What that verse is going into is stereotypes. Just the amount of the stereotypes perpetuated in that little 15-second clip.
Right.
My man, he told Glocks to sell weed, and I say, yeah, that excite me. That's what I want. That's my
Come on now,
that's
dog.
who I want to marry. That's my leader. That's my
Powerful
black
niggardry
man.
at work.
A damn illegal occupation having violent nigga. I'm a damn illiterate damn thot. For real.
Right. And her man would be the same man that get her pregnant and then fly out and punch her in the
damn belly.
I don't make no
God damn.
Right.
Now, speaking of stereotypes being perpetuated, I honestly think that she was trolling. You know what I'm saying? Because she an age, bro, like, what they call them, industry plants. We got this radio show on this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They linking up this damn Edomite heifer heathen. You understand? Her whole thing is dry, you know what I'm saying? Satire, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They not linking up. This ain't no serious real life conversation, right? This is some that linking up to make money. Suki Hunter needs some more attention. You understand? Because
Come on now, dog.
I guess she's not musically talented. Like, who knows a Suki Hunter song that's doing numbers?
Can't name one.
So she has to do things to get her name ringing.
Right.
And she has a new popping podcast that needs to keep, some traction.
Right.
Because she losing a little traction. You understand? So that's what I really think is behind this. But the point is the stereotypes being perpetuated. This is what your enemy wants you to see. All right? Play that. Come on.
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So,
come on, man.
Proverbs 9 and 13, and like I said, my honest opinion is that she trolling. She not that damn stupid.
Hell no.
But that's the agenda. You understand? If you a black woman, be stupid, say yes, to get with a damn nigga that told a Glock and sell weed. You ain't worth nothing but your body. That's it.
Now, dog.
That's the agenda. That's the message.
Right.
Read what you got.
As hell.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Right, and I'm telling, this is done on purpose. This is the imagery they want for the entire black and Hispanic woman, female population. They want all of you to embody this. You understand? For real. Damn. All right. So I'll pray. All right, shout out to the black woman. All right. Let's get back to Marcus Garvey. Let's get into his movement. All right. Put that on the screen.
That's right.
Some history and how it started. Start with the arrow at it, mid-1910.
Yes, sir. In mid-1910, Garvey traveled to Costa Rica, where an uncle had secured him employment as a timekeeper on a large banana plantation in the Limon province owned by the United Fruit Company, or UFC. Shortly after his arrival, the area experienced strikes and unrest in opposition to the UFC's attempts to cut its workers' wages. Although, as a timekeeper, he was responsible for overseeing the manual workers, he became increasingly angered at how they were treated.
Oppression make a wise man mad. Come on.
In the spring of 1911, he launched a bilingual newspaper, Nation La Nación, which criticized the actions of the UFC and upset many of the dominant strata of Costa Rican society in Limon. After his printing press broke, He was unable to replace the faulty part and terminated the newspaper. Workers, slaves from Jamaica, and smaller groups from Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago were brought in to work the banana fields. This is why most of the current black population of Costa Rica has English surnames and speaks English with a Jamaican accent.
So what y'all see, get 1 Samuel 11 real quick in verse 6. What y'all see is the brother, he's a Benjamite, like the brother we finna read about.
Message
is the oppression of his people igniting a fire within him, right? Striking a righteous anger to provoke action. You understand? For the purpose of liberation. Read what you got. 1 Samuel 11 and 6.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 6. And the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly.
Right. So when you read up for the sake of time, you understand. The people were crying because of the coming oppression of the enemy. So when Saul heard the people weeping and mourning, stressed out, that pissed him off. Right. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him.
Right.
You understand? Mm-hmm. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he became a mighty warrior. You understand? And fought for his people. All right? Now, give me the article real quick. No, the video. Go back to the video.
With these motives, Garvey entitled his organization the Universal Negro Improvement and Conservation Association and African Communities League. In Jamaica, Garvey started his movement but did not find the support he wished for from the black community. Many black people disliked him because they did not want to classify themselves as Negroes. Ironically, in Jamaica, his largest supporters were white. They wanted to better the life of the Negroes in Jamaica. This did not discourage Garvey, and he decided to see if he could receive more support for his program in the United States. He wrote to the founder of the Tuskegee Institute and received an eager invitation to come to the United States to share their ideas. He went to the United States on March 23, 1916, hoping to seek help from Booker T. Washington, but by the time Garvey got to the United States, Booker T. Washington passed away. When Garvey got to New York, he found many black Americans were eager to hear what he had to say, because he got there at a time when there were not many opportunities for black people. There was an enormous difference in the reaction of the blacks in Jamaica and the United States, but Garvey saw the conditions in both countries to be the primary reason. It was just at the end of World War I, and many people in the United States did not have any way to improve their lives. As well, with the abolishment of slavery, there was an increase in mobility out of the South. He established the Negro World newspaper so he could express his ideas and philosophies. Garvey's motto was one God, one aim, one destiny. Garvey also set off to establish his international organization, which he knew would rise. The UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, was founded in 1917 and contained 2,000 members within 3 weeks. The UNIA was established so Marcus could promote his famous slogan, Africa for the Africans, and encourage his Back to Africa movement.
All right, so the brother started a movement from the ground up, a damn immigrant. You understand? Got it out the mud, printed a newspaper. That's right. Some ambition right there. That takes some labor.
Right.
You understand? To start and publish a newspaper to get your movement out there. And brothers don't be willing to damn copy and paste the link. The hell is this?
That's tough. Right.
You ain't no damn revolutionary. This brother got it out the printing newspapers, man. Just make you upset thinking about it. All right, go to the. Let's read
Can't even click the
some
like
things
button.
about his movement. All right, come on. Read that.
In 1918, 9 years after the failure of his first newspaper, The Watchman, Garvey and the UNIA created the Negro World. It quickly grew from being a weekly into a worldwide phenomenon with a peak circulation of 200,000.
From a weekly to a worldwide phenomenon. Y'all hear this?
Man, that's crazy right there.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You almighty race, you can do what you will.
Right. Can I get a script real quick?
That's
Go ahead.
right.
Hey, let's go to Proverbs. All right, because he had the vision, man. We're gonna talk about it. This a vision that a lot of our people don't have today. Some of us in the church don't even have a vision. Read that for me. 29.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
That's it. Where there's no vision, the people perish. This brother right here, like you said, at a young age, had a vision for his people to get out of the decayed state that they were in, the captivity, the slavery, the hardships. He showed what we're seeing right here is a revolutionary mind brother right here. He had the vision. A lot of our people don't have that today, though.
Yep.
And we see that. They destroyed, man.
All right, go back to the article. Keep reading. It
featured reports from UNIA chapter, poetry, literary excerpts, a woman's page, and commentary on global events significant to black people.
So the Hebrew Journal.
I'm about to say that's what it said.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The Hebrew Journal, right?
We don't need to be entertained by the Hollywood. The hell is this? We got our own poetry. We got our own books. Literary excerpts.
Right.
You understand? Our women are interesting and eccentric.
Right.
You understand? We got our own events going on. We all over the world. We got enough going on to worry about our own news amongst ourselves.
Right.
That's right. Keep reading.
Cap, real quick. That's heavy, though, because it says in global events. Because look, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have known what the hell going on. What's going on in America? What's going on in
Costa Rica?
He was pushing. He was showing like, hey, yeah, us right now. If it's not for the Israelites, nobody would know what's going on in
completely
in Congo,
disconnected from
in Israel,
Uganda, Ghana, the Congo.
Nobody.
The stuff we be going on Isaiah 11 minutes. If it wasn't for that, a lot of the brothers and sisters in the dope. You understand? Wouldn't know what the hell be going on.
No.
All right? Go back. Come on.
It had sections in Spanish and French. Colonial authorities feared the Negro world, and it was banned in many countries such as Belize, Trinidad, Guyana, Jamaica, and several African countries.
Y'all see this? The resistance, that damn devil.
That
Keep reading, though.
2 other languages, man.
Yeah, keep reading.
Number 8.
Scroll down. Come on, guys. All right.
Garvey and other black activists were partly inspired by the Irish movement for independence from English rule and thus named the UNIA headquarters Liberty Hall after Liberty Hall in Dublin, Ireland, which was the symbolic seat of the Irish Revolution. Located at 11114 West 138th Street in New York City, the New York City Liberty Hall had a seating capacity of 6,000. It was dedicated on July 27, 1919. Garvey held nightly meetings at Liberty Hall that drew up to 6,000 people at a time.
Come on, man. He had a men's conference every night. Come on, man. If this don't inspire you, something's wrong with you.
Right.
This brother was a young man. He was born in 1887. This is 1919. He was 32. Doing this, gathering 6,000 people with a common goal on a nightly basis.
Right.
We can't get damn 10 people to show up in the damn weekly class. Bruh. Go ahead. Number 9. Let's go.
Number 9. For the entire month of August 1920, Marcus Garvey's UNIA ACL organization held its first international convention in New York City. Most events were held at the New York Liberty Hall. Its biggest events were held at New York City's world-famous Madison Square Garden. An estimated 25,000 black people attended the convention from all around the world. Delegations from 25 African countries were in attendances as well.
You gotta, hey, that's crazy.
bro. We got work to do.
But they want to rap over there at the Madison. They want to concerts. This man was
niggas want to rap about flying hoes out to punch him in the belly.
You can't make this stuff.
The hell is this?
The hell is this?
You see, the only way we can get that type of Negro attendance is a damn concert.
Or
rapping about shaking ass and shooting guns.
Right.
This brother was able to accomplish this with the goal and intentions of a revolution. Do you understand me?
They had to take him out.
That's right.
Come on, man.
It's crazy.
Come on,
25 African countries.
Come on, man. Let's keep reading. Keep reading. Let's go.
Number 10. The convention adopted the Declaration of the Rights of the Negro Peoples of the World, which was one of the earliest and most complete document advocating human rights and detailing the abuses against black people worldwide. The document made demands such as A, the freedom of Africa for the Negro people of the world, the condemnation of the term nigger, and stipulation that Negro be spelled with a capital N.
Right, you better capitalize that.
Put some respect on it.
Big N.
Yo,
No taxation without representation, equal treatment before the law, the condemnation of segregation and lynching.
somebody got to step up.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Number 11. Marcus Garvey launched the UNIA's first major commercial venture, the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation in New York in 1919. The goals of the corporation were to establish an efficient mode of transportation, communication, and trade among black people worldwide, and to enhance the stature, self-image, and pride of these communities. The public invested in the corporation by purchasing stock shares at $5 each.
All right, here we go. So this brother was like, hey, when the movement got to a certain point, he like, man, we need ships.
You need real
You understand? We need transportation. We need to be
Not
able
a private yacht.
to trade. You understand?
Right.
Now watch this. Go back to the video.
Garvey also formed the Black Star Line Steamship Company to transport black people back to Africa. There was stock sold for this company to any black person that had the desire to travel back to Africa. This was Garvey's way of putting his words in action. Many people thought the idea of actually buying a boat to transport people back to Africa was a ridiculous idea, but Garvey did not let this stop him. He purchased his first ship, named the Yarmouth, which could hold 1,452 gross tons. It took the Yarmouth time to get the necessary funds to go on its first voyage, but in November 1919 the ship was ready for its first voyage. Later the Black Star Line bought 3 more ships, and with struggle these voyages continued to Africa. Most of Garvey's voyages, including his first, had a few problems it had to overcome before sailing out to the sea. Garvey had problems both insuring and financing the ships. Also, his only support came from his followers and was looked down upon by the majority of the population.
You are now watching Reggae Just Extras Marcus Garvey's edition.
On January 12, 1922, the FBI under J. Edgar Hoover arrested Garvey of mail fraud and stock irregularities related to the Black Star Line. Edgar Hoover was very eager to terminate Marcus Garvey's movement. At first, he was looking to charge Garvey with criminal activity, but could only accuse him of mail fraud. Hoover sent secret agents into Garvey's gatherings to investigate his actions. Hoover went as far as trying to deny Garvey a visa when he was coming back to the United States from Central America and the West Indies. Garvey was able to get a visa, but Hoover did succeed in ending Garvey's career in the United States. In 1923, after a controversial trial, Garvey was found guilty and sentenced to a maximum of 5 years in prison. He blamed a Jewish judge and Jewish jurors for his conviction, saying that they sought retribution against him after he had agreed to meet with the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, several months prior to the trial. Garvey.
Hey, so real quick, give me 1 Kings 9:26 real quick, just to show, you know, black men having ships was not, it wasn't something that, you know, he wasn't the first one. All right, read
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 9 and verse 26. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion-Geber, which is beside Eloth, on the shore of the Red Sea and the land of Edom.
So that's what Marcus Garvey was trying to do. get some ships in the land of Edom. All right, now look, now this is the problem. You understand? You got enemies. The devil is gonna be wrapped. What's the word? Robbed.
Yeah.
You understand? At these type of expeditions. All right. So put that on the famous J. Edgar Hoover. A lot of people don't know this. They know J. Edgar Hoover from his FBI days to try and take down the civil rights and Black Panther movements. You understand? Against the Fred Hamptons and the, Martin Luther King's, Malcolm X.
Right.
But he got his start. Really, what built his confidence was the work he was able to do in shutting down what Marcus Garvey was attempting to do.
This is affliction, brothers.
Now, I know the quote. Put that on the screen. This is a government documented him saying this. All right? This is in a government document. Read that.
Prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement.
So that's who he was up against. Somebody in... This was later in time in which this was written. So what he really is saying was, I don't want to relive the nightmare of another Marcus Garvey. That's what he's saying when he wrote this.
Right.
When this was put in writing. You understand? Marcus Garvey was a damn nightmare to the white man in America. So he's like, hell no, we can't have another Marcus Garvey. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
Malcolm X might have been such a messiah. He is the martyr of the movement today.
Right, he died trying to be a revolutionary. Go ahead.
Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspire to this position.
And then at that time, those were the next potential ones. Go ahead.
Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrine.
Wait a minute. Damn. So if Martin Luther King abandoned white man Christianity, we'll be in trouble.
Right.
That's what he's saying. If Martin Luther King abandoned white man Christianity, we would be in trouble.
He was about to.
Go ahead.
Nonviolence and embrace Black nationalism.
So if he embraced Black nationalism instead of trying to hold hands with the little white girls and little,
come on,
you understand? Then we in trouble. Go ahead.
Carmichael has the necessary charisma to be a real threat in this way.
And Stokely Carmichael, a young man. You understand? Y'all saw what happened to him. You understand? So this is who Marcus Garvey was up against, and that was the start of the legacy of this damn demon, J. Edgar Hoover. Put that next quote up. Look at this.
There will never be another Black Messiah unless we create him.
Damn. Where's the bomb? Do y'all hear this? This is what he was able to say later in life because of the confidence that he built from destroying the Black Messiahs who was able to go so far. He like, there ain't gonna never be another damn Marcus Garvey.
That's kind of like
in America. Ain't that what
this is affliction, brothers. This is
America. No. You understand? Unless we create him. Do y'all know what that means? The only symbol of liberation or, you know what I'm saying, pride or whatever for the Black people is going to be what we create. Hence, Barack Obama.
Wow.
You understand? That's what you got when you got Barack Obama and yes we can looking ass. He was a fulfillment of what J. Edgar Hoover was talking about. They created that nigga. You understand? That was not a genuine. He wasn't no damn Black Messiah. The damn coon.
Hey Cap. See, even with a sidebar though. You notice back then in the 60s, they was able to narrow it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. But what in the hell is the FBI going to do about 144,000 Black and Hispanic men taking charge?
That's the power of God. That's why Christ said the gates of hell shall not prevail against this movement. You understand? For real. It's the y'all. Now get the video now. So not only did he have enemies of the obvious enemy, but he had oppositions from, of course, coons. All right, put that on the screen. Mr. Boulay. Come on.
Blacks earned him the suspicion of the U.S. government. His brand of nationalism also led to bitter feuds with other black leaders, including African Americans and West Indians. The most notable of Garvey's rivals, W.E.B. Du Bois, described him as dictatorial, domineering,
Come on, man.
inordinately vain, and very suspicious.
Why y'all stop it 3 seconds early? The brother was obviously in the middle of a damn sentence. Go back. Come on, man. There you go.
The most notable of Garvey's rivals, W.E.B. Du Bois, described him as dictatorial, domineering, inordinately vain, and very suspicious.
Right. So yes, like the people that came to Christ, Herod will kill thee. In Luke 13, you understand? Them, one of them, the damn Boulay man.
Watch it. Let me get Amos real quick. And he recognizes, we talked about where it showed in the video where he knew it wasn't going to be all blacks that come out and come together that can go back to Africa in cases like that. Amos 3, read that.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Marcus, that's how you know you're different from a revolutionary, man. You know everybody is not going to agree with you. Even if they look just like you, they're not going to be in agreement.
Right.
And the Bible says the same thing. If they ain't got the same mindset, the same vision that, hey, get your people out of the captive state they're in, they're not going to be walk with you. Not going to be able to be on one accord. And that's what we seen.
Message on the screen, man. Let's read this real quick.
The founding member of the New York City chapter, W.E.B. Du Bois, said the Boulay
He said he preferred Du Bois.
Du Bois, okay.
Because I don't know if he Du Bois. You know, that's what them Greek fraternities do.
That's what they do.
They Du Bois.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's the pronunciation he said he preferred. But
no worries. No worries. The founding member of the New York City chapter, W.E.B. Du Bois, said the Boulay was created to keep the black professional away from the ranks of Marcus Garvey.
Y'all hear this? We gotta keep the black people with the resources away from the revolutionaries.
That's crazy as hell.
Just imagine if the revolutionaries had the support of the black professionals.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But that, and you know it's out of the Lord. 1 Corinthians 1, base things that are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
It's a certain pedigree of men the Lord gonna use to cause revolutions to take place.
Right.
All right? But go ahead, though.
One thing that needs to be pointed out is the time period. Just over a decade after the founding of the Boulay, Marcus Garvey's Back to Africa movement, also known as the colonization movement, and his newspaper, The Negro World, was reaching 1 million+ people without TV or radio.
This reminds me, like, remember how Christ's wave was after the Pharisees. You know what I'm saying? So the Pharisees were used to having all the attention and prominence, and then he came on the scene, and there, you know, the multitudes following him.
Right.
You understand? Declaring him as the damn king of the Jews. So it's oh hell no! Who the hell is this nigga on that nag? That's what they said in Matthew 21 when he got on that donkey, when he got on that ass. You understand? Same thing is very reminiscent of that. All right, go ahead.
Du Bois emphasized, as Coakley stated, the importance to steal the black professional away from Garvey because an Afrocentric organization that articulated and captured the black professional would give white no safe haven in the black community. So the Boulay, the remaking of the House Negro, was necessary to build a group of Negroes who had an investment in protecting the white system as produced by whitey having stolen this land.
Y'all hear that? The Boulay was created to protect. What it say? The white system.
You can't make this
up. You can't make this up. And you niggas still pledging Greek.
Come on now,
devils, man. Come on, man.
Amalek.
This is post-Reconstruction.
Come on.
Taking away the articulate Negro, now desiring to replace them with organized institutions to keep them away from self-improvement. So we find in the same period as the founding of the Boule, the founding of the 4 black male.
Mutata. All right, but y'all get the point.
That thing say taking away the articulate Negro. The Negro that got something to say. The Negro that wants to stand up for his people, they must take him away. And they use the Boule to do it. They use their own people to do that thing.
Come on, get that real quick in Malachi. I want to say Malachi 2. Malachi chapter 2. No. I want verse 12. Watch this.
The book of Malachi chapter 2 and verse 12.
So this is going into interracial marriage, but it aligns with it because the Boule was created for interracial affinity.
Message.
Watch this. Look at what the Lord say.
The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar.
The Boule, go ahead,
out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord.
So back then, in the days when we was in Persia, you understand, the Levites, the priests got corrupt, and they became the damn Boule of their time. The Lord said, I'm going to cut their ass off. For real. When you read up, that's why the Lord said, I'm going to make y'all, will y'all eat doo-doo, and I'm going to make y'all a base
This
people.
is affliction, brothers.
That's how puffed up and pompous that they got.
Right.
You understand? For real, though. Now, go back to the video.
Capo, real quick. On that part where it says, taking away the articulate Negro, now desiring to replace them with organized institutions to keep them away from self-improvement. Then it goes on to
That's
name
a strong
the
delusion.
Divine Nine. Right. So the thing about it, though, those Greeks, they say that it's for self-improvement. It's to better your life, to give you better opportunity.
The complete opposite.
It's the complete opposite.
It's the complete opposite. Yeah, you would think like you're black, right? No, you're a Greek. You would think like, oh no, this ain't right. What the hell? But we look at that shit as black excellence.
Black culture.
No, that's Greek. What the hell?
Ain't nothing self-improving about you passing an egg from mouth to mouth, man.
But we get on y'all ass. We got something coming for y'all too down the pipe. All right.
Message.
But go back to the video, man. We almost through.
Coolidge altered his sentence and Garvey was deported back to Jamaica in 1927. When Garvey returned home to Jamaica, there were many people that were enthusiastic about his arrival. This gave Garvey the courage and inspiration to continue spreading his ideas and gathering people together. Even though Garvey could not find as much support in Jamaica as he expected, he was inspiration to many Rastafarians. Garvey was a major part of the rise of Rastafari movement, and many Rastas look at Garvey as a prophet. Garvey continued his political activism and then moved to London in 1935. But he did not command the same influence he had earlier. Perhaps in desperation or maybe in delusion, Garvey collaborated with outspoken segregationist and white supremacist Senator Theodore Bilbo of Mississippi to promote a reparations scheme. The Greater Liberia Act of 1939 would deport 12 million African Americans to Liberia at federal expense to relieve unemployment. The act failed in Congress, and Garvey lost even more support among the black population. On June 1940, Garvey died in London at the age of 52 after several strokes due to travel restrictions during World War II. His body was interred in St. Mary's Roman Catholic Cemetery in Kensal Green, London.
So y'all see what happened, right? What caused his stuff to plummet was when he tried to get with the white man. He thought he was being crafty. Right? I'm gonna get with the people that don't want me here anyway and do some political stuff to where they force us to be deported to Liberia. And it backfired on him. Like, nigga, you a sellout. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it, because that wasn't why he thought it was wise, but that was not wise. Joining forces with and it was probably that damn white man plotting on him the whole damn time.
Right.
Get that in Sirach 12 real quick.
Shit, they say stroke. They probably giving him all kind of, poison and stuff.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Verse 12.
Verse 12.
Watch this.
Set him not by thee, lest when he have
what?
Set him not by thee.
Do what?
Set him not by thee.
So you can read verse 10 so you can see who the him is. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
So Marcus Garvey knew that was his enemy. But he went into dealings with him, right? So read verse 12.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee.
God said, don't set your enemy by you. Go ahead.
Right. Lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
In other words, you're going to end up regretting it. You understand? His whole objective is to overthrow you. He's not in support of you. How foolish of you. Right. Read verse 16.
Verse 16.
Go ahead.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Oh, yeah, man. We can do this act and we can, have it legitimized by law. And yeah, nigger, I'll get you out of here. Go ahead.
But in his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Get your ass deported. Go ahead.
He will weep with his eyes. But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Watch this. Come on.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Right, because that was in another, I don't know if we had played it in the video, but it showed where in Jamaica, at first, his first supporters was the white man.
Yeah.
You understand? Amalek? Yeah. So you going to find your enemy there first. Go ahead.
And though he pretend to help thee.
But is that sincere? Is that genuine? What did God say?
And though he pretend to help thee.
That he's only pretending to help you. He hates your damn guts. Go ahead.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
He's going to undermine you. And that's what happened. Marcus Garvey got undermined. All right. He suffered that rapid decline to his movement. All right, now get that despite. Yeah, put that on the screen real quick.
Despite his controversial reputation, Garvey's legacy continued to instill pride and inspiration among many black people throughout the diaspora. His ideology has influenced members of the Nation of Islam, the Black Power movement, and the Rastafari movement.
Right, so his legacy still left an impact of influence. Influence of Black Revolution. Get the Garveyite parents of Malcolm X. Put that on the screen. So some of the greater revolutionaries that we know of in America, they was inspired, you understand, by Marcus Garvey. Put that on the screen. Zoom in to the top. Come on.
The Garveyite parents of Malcolm X.
Come on.
Recently uncovered articles from 1926 and 1927 issues of Marcus Garvey's Negro World newspaper provide documented evidence of the political activity of the parents of Malcolm X.
You see that? So now read the last paragraph.
Malcolm tells how his father took him to meetings of Garvey followers who lived in the area near the Littles' home in Lansing, Michigan.
So Malcolm X was raised learning Marcus Garvey's ideologies and philosophies. You understand? So that helped mold his mind to become a revolutionary. Now watch this. Get the last image real quick. Just to walk down and conclude, just his legacy. All right? I want... let me see. Started where it says started the black line. The black star line.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Started the Black Star Line in 1919, a shipping line intended to carry goods between the Caribbean, U.S., and Africa, which also promoted the return of the descendants of Africans displaced during the transatlantic trade to their ancestral homeland.
Come on.
Organization declared red, black, and green the colors of the black African race and adopted the Pan-African UNIA Black Liberation RBG flag in 1920 as a symbol of nationhood, racial pride, and unity.
So that's where that come from if you didn't know. They're black, green, and red. They come from him. Go ahead.
Message. Organization infiltrated by the FBI, charged with mail fraud.
Devils, man. Come on.
Arrested in 1922. Sentenced to 5 years. Served over 2.
So he did time for this.
Damn.
You understand? A lot of brothers ain't ready.
Hell no.
Sit in that cold cell.
Damn.
He did it for his people. Go ahead.
In prison and deported back to Jamaica in 1927.
Uh-huh.
Was leader of the largest Pan-African movement to date and was heavily influential to the independence of nations in Africa while never getting the opportunity to touch African soil due to colonialism.
Ain't that crazy?
Damn.
The brother had branches in Africa, but was never able to visit them because the white man had his damn leash on.
Right. You can't make this stuff.
Come on.
Was named Jamaica's first national hero.
So shout out to the tribe of Benjamin, man. Listen, come down for this. That was revolutionary, put blood, sweat, and tears, prison time, suffered death, persecution, right, for the liberation of their people. Understand that type of stuff. You would think hope would warrant God's mercy. You understand? So who knows? The brother probably regenerated is Captain Shemaiah or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know? Who knows? Right. But, you know, all praise to the Most High God. Lord's willing, y'all was able to glean something from that. Recalling Revolutionaries, Marcus Garvey. Y'all keep continuing to tune in week after week.
That's
throughout this series. All right, it's gonna be groundbreaking, but a lot of our people don't know a lot of this information that we know. And last but not least, make sure y'all scan that QR code. All right, because you know we need to. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to. You know,
help us out.
We need
help us.
All right, just do it. Just make it happen. Well, Lord's willing, y'all see us. We'll be back next week. Lord's willing with more on
Let's Talk Truth.